Hello, and welcome to Happiness Across Borders, an investigation through podcasting. Throughout each episode, we will explore how people resonating with different cultures think, live, and put meaning to happiness in everyday life. I'm your host, Elise, and in this first episode, we will begin with a question that proposed the investigation. One that seems quite simple, but turns out to be surprisingly complex. What does it mean to be happy? In many Western countries, happiness is often linked to personal achievements, independence, and an overall good feeling and satisfaction in your life. It's the idea that happiness comes from following your dreams, reaching your goals, and becoming the best version of yourself. But travel across cultures, and that definition starts to shift. In some East Asian cultures, happiness is often tied more closely to harmony. Harmony with family, with community, or with the larger social world. Feeling happy isn't always about standing out. Sometimes it's about fitting in, maintaining balance, and fulfilling your role in a group. Other times, the success and promotion of your loved ones is the source of your joy, in place of any personal actions or successes. In parts of Latin America, happiness may be deeply connected to relationships and shared experiences, laughter at the dinner table, time spent with friends, or the warmth of community life. So, the same word, happiness, can point to very different experiences depending on where you are in the world. In this podcast, we'll unpack those differences. Beginning with a basis on an empirical study done in the Journal of Happiness Studies, recent psychological findings suggest that culture and SWB, or subjective well-being, create patterns when studied together. Within their experiment, empirical data, defined as information that is collected through direct observation or experimentation rather than from theory, opinion, or belief, showed both similarities and differences between Euro-American and Asian cultures. For the majority of the findings, there was a direct connection between American culture and intrinsic sources of happiness, while Asian cultures seemed to connect heavily to extrinsic or community-based happiness. The results of the study confirmed the initial hypothesis of the researchers, as the cultures in the United States and China differ heavily on their respective individualistic versus collectivistic natures. To take this connection further, I wanted to investigate the opinions of Americans that come from many different cultures. Diving deeper into the effects of different cultural experiences within the United States, the cultural relationship to SWB can be taken from a new perspective. Along the way, interviewees will give insight to the nature of happiness and whether there is something universal about it. Throughout these episodes, we will welcome a collection of high school students from my hometown in the suburbs of Cleveland, Ohio. In each interview, we will discover what happiness means to each individual, as well as their cultural experiences inside and outside of the United States. It will be a cross-cultural journey through the youth and allow us to think deeper about the true meaning of happiness. So wherever you're listening from, I'm glad you're here, and I'm excited to go on this journey with you.